What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Ben Thomas Show. Thanks for coming back, guys. It's been a couple days since Commander Benjamin Sisko was announced by EXO-6. I'm curious, what's the debate on this figure? Do you guys like what this looks like? It's a younger representation, right? And he does go through a couple different looks and phases. So let's compare some photos. Let's talk about the figure. If you guys like the video, hit the like button. Smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show. Live long and prosper, of course. And let's get into it. YouTube, the final frontier. These are the episodes of the Ben Thomas Show. My continuing mission to explore strange new Star Trek reviews, to seek out new Star Trek collectors and new badass collectibles, and to boldly go where no Trek collector has gone before. Okay, guys, welcome back. So let's talk about this Commander Benjamin Sisko. I like the fact that they've given us two heads here with this right off the bat. I think, whenever you can get a little bit more in your display, it just amps it up that much more. So that's pretty badass. EXO-6, lately, I've had them under the gun a little bit. I haven't loved a lot of the likenesses that I've been seeing lately. Things have felt like they've been softening, if I'm being honest. And we've seen a Ben Sisko before with Deep Space Nine, his older version where he's bald, of course. And I thought that for its time was a really great figure. And I actually think that they've made some improvements with this Ben Sisko, especially with this sculpt here that has the hair and the beard. I think it's a lot more like him. I still don't see it in this sculpt as much within the eyes, unfortunately. The clean-shaven sculpt, though, I don't see it nearly as much. There's a couple photos here that help, including this last photo, but I think, overall, if I was going to get this figure and display him, I think I'd be tempted to do the goatee and the hair look. I think it looks closer to the actor himself. Now, Avery Brooks is a badass, and I'll never be unhappy seeing him made in figure format, but I know a lot of you are still anticipating some of these other figures to come from some of your favorite lines as well, and maybe Deep Space Nine is not yours. Deep Space Nine, for me, is one of my top favorites. So, again, he's such a badass, great actor, amazing character. In terms of character arcs in a Star Trek story, I rate his amongst some of the best. Or you just truthfully think Ben Sisko here is a badass. I think this is a pretty good figure for what it is. Now, it's coming in at $215 on EXO-6's website. Of course, maybe more if you buy through other distributors. I think that seems pretty reasonable, especially considering you get two sculpts here. However, even with the good price, the accessories here are pretty lacking. There's not much that comes with it. Of course, he gets that Type 2 hand phaser, the pad, of course, iconic to Deep Space Nine. But that's pretty much it. It says there's an array of hands, but it doesn't have any photo here showing how many hands that is and what all of these pieces actually look like, which is weird. It seems like they forgot the slide this time. Also, don't always love EXO-6 pictures. This one isn't helping necessarily either. I think they should ditch the backgrounds. I love the idea of having them looking like they're on the ship, but lately Hot Toys, for example, has been giving us these gray backgrounds, which I think gives a better look at the actual figure itself, which is worth it because you're trying to sell the product, and sometimes I think these photos just don't help the cause of EXO-6. I think it's why a lot of us feel like they're still better once we get them in hand. The tailoring on the outfit on this one looks pretty standard to what we've seen now from other Starfleet uniforms, which I do appreciate. Most of the time, I think they nail that. A lot of the reference photos I saw of Ben Sisko here, he's got the more rounded style comm badge, but not many of them had this particular comm badge in it. So I'm having a harder time verifying, exactly where that's from season-wise, but you guys are the experts. You can tell me in the comments, of course, as well. But I think this is pretty dope. I think this is cool. August 11th is when this cuts off for pre-order, so if you want to get this one in your basket, just keep that in mind. And it looks like it's coming out as early as Q4 of 2025. So that's a fast turnaround. I get mine through Sideshow, and they do not come that quickly, unfortunately. So, but that's the way she goes here in Canada. But I want to keep this one short. Let me know what you guys think now that we've had a chance to compare these head sculpts. Did you buy this figure? Was this one for you? Which head is the better likeness to Avery Brooks? Maybe you don't see it at all. For me, it's definitely lost somewhere in the eyes there a little bit, but who knows? Maybe they will tweak it a little bit, unlike they did with Wesley Crusher. That's all I got for you today, guys. Live long and prosper. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video today, hit the like button, smash the subscribe if you're new to the Ben Thomas Show. Live long and prosper, of course. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Wow, what a great audience. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Because subscribing makes you feel good.
Where shall I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. It's gone. It's all gone.